be a remake, a 2.0 of the flow where I'm outside. Let everything else go. To just be here.
Thinking about way back.
Right now.
When I thought I had it figured out. When I thought that I knew what to do and I didn't. I can't imagine if I stayed back. What would happen if I never found you? Those times were hard and all I did was resent you. Oh no, I don't want to go back. Oh, how naive I was. I'm running to where my home is, where I know I'm free. Ooh, this world accused me for my 1,000 crimes.
Good morning. Happy Wednesday, my time. Happy who knows when your time. It is a gloomy day here in Austin, Texas, and it just seems like the perfect day to do another vlog. And I want this vlog to be kind of packed with other information that will be helpful. I'm going to show you guys another kind of dietitian day in the life. It's a client day for me, and I thought that it would be a good way to interweave kind of some of the things that I practice and talk about with my clients, and also get a lot of questions about on my Instagram and on here about building a healthy relationship with food, while showing you how that implements into my day-to-day life when I'm working with people. So I'm really excited, as I always say, to hang out with you guys. I've been in a little bit of a filming rut, I feel like, because we're going through some crazy, exciting life changes for my partner Brian, but also for me, because I've mentioned this once, but I'm actually currently building out a group coaching course to be able to help and connect with more people in a community. So all of that to be said, so I'm about to meet with a client. I'm gonna show you guys little snippets, obviously without disclosing the client themselves and just using my voice. If it ever seems choppy, it's because I never ever want the client's voice to be heard within that, so I may have to cut some things out. But I hope it gives you a general sense of some of the things that we may talk about throughout our session.
I'm so happy with you. Now I want to do good.
So right now I am going through and reading my clients' journal notes from the week. Every client is different, so some of them really like journaling, some of them aren't as big into journaling and more have kind of thoughts that they just bring, or sometimes they like to journal on their own. Sometimes they like for me to read their journal. So for this client, she's really likes journaling. It's really helpful for her. So I always read over that just for little key points that they may forget to bring up that I can bring up during our session. Hello. It's so crazy, the power of unfollowing people on social media, because obviously, not to say she is super problematic or super unproblematic, but I think the thing that we forget is it doesn't have to be one of those things. It just doesn't work for us, and that's what makes it not helpful. And so it's cool that you went all that time and then realized that, and it's creating so much freedom in not just, you know, your relationship with what it was like following her, but also in just your relationship to Instagram in general. What do you think helped you to, in the moment when you were going to order, actually decide to pick what you wanted rather than maybe what you think you should have? Because you said that you were able to do that, and so why do you think you were able to do that? I think you are really on the right track with the fact that, you know, the person that you were with, their excitement about food rubbed off onto you, that it made you become more excited. But also when we think about, you know, kind of the fundamentals of intuitive eating, or when we think about food and neutralizing it, we look at these different aspects that go into food, because most of us, especially with EDs or disordered thoughts, we think, oh, food equates to how healthy it is and how many calories are in it and all this different stuff. But in actuality, food is so many different things. Like, it can be a social experience, it can be something fun and new to try, it can be something that truly does fuel us when you're skiing or snowboarding. So there's all of these different things, and it's almost like in the moment you were able to recognize the importance of this is like a fun experience, I'm trying new things, this is fueling my body, but then after the fact, you almost felt like that went against your own food morals, as I call them, like what you think you should be doing with food. And so the guilt came in the second half of that experience. But how does that feel to you? Okay, I was just gonna film a TikTok because, yeah. And it was a dancing one, and then I saw the construction workers outside of our apartment, and I couldn't, because he was looking at me. Usually I'm really confident with these things, but dancing is not my thing, and so the idea of him watching me, it was too much for right now. So now me, Milo, and Otis are all chilling together. And I figured I'd actually finally come on here and formally chat with y'all a little bit. So, I've been feeling a little bit off today, to be honest, but I still think it's gonna be a good day. I had my first client session. I hope that those snippets were helpful for you to hear. I know that it's not the same when you can't hear the client's response to it, but I've had a lot of questions lately about, you know, books that I use or books that have been helpful to me. I'll be honest, I'm still working on getting through books. There's so many good ones, and I'm actually, maybe I can share some of them down below. I have a little screenshot too, so I'll share that on my Instagram as well. Anyways, I'm thinking out loud. But some books off the top of my head that I'll for sure link down below. The Intuitive Eating book, it's like the basis of all of it, and there's also a workbook that goes with it. I am totally forgetting the second author's name, but there's Evelyn Tribal and then the other one, which I cannot believe I'm blanking on it. So I'm so sorry about that. I feel like an intuitive eating failure. Just kidding. Other really impactful books are Health at Every Size, Body Kindness, and those are the main ones that come to mind as like the top 3, but there's also tons of other ones specific more to ED recovery. There's one specific to more like emotions and mindset that I use a lot when I counsel patients. So there's so many different options. I just finished up lunch right now, and I have a break until my next client that's going to be at 2. So this is when I'm gonna try to get up my content. So I'm gonna get an Instagram post up, I'm gonna get a TikTok up, and then I'll probably put up a reel later from one of the TikToks, from the TikTok that I film. I'll be 1000% honest, I've been in a little bit of a content rut lately, and so that does make this a lot harder because I like to share things based off how I'm feeling in that day, like the day-to-day that inspires me, whereas some people are much more planned. Everybody's different, there's no right or wrong, this is just what works for me. So I'm gonna try to figure that out right now. I may even just use a TikTok as my Instagram post and film that here, which is why I need the construction guys to go away because like, they're watching me. Okay, why have I changed 100 times in this video? The world will never know, but I'm about to film some sponsored content for a brand I'm super excited about. I don't do much sponsored content because I don't know, I just don't feel like it has to be a perfect fit and something I really want. And I've been really dying to get one of these water filters for your shower because it just helps with your hair, but also with my EVV healing and like my high mercury levels. I'm trying to avoid toxins in the water that we can't control, and so this helps so much with skin, hair, toxins, all those things. So I'm really excited about sharing it, but I need to film that and convey that. So I thought you guys may be interested in seeing a little bit behind the scenes. I've got like 35 minutes until my next client, and then I have 2 clients in one meeting back to back. So I want to have a snack and get these done. I probably won't finish these, but I want to get the video overlay of it right now. Hello. Okay guys, so as many of you know, I got diagnosed with chronic EBV and high mercury levels a few months ago, and I've been on a kind of healing journey with that and trying to figure out what helps and what works to support my healing. While we're on the note of sponsored content, I'm popping in from the future because I have one of my very first partnerships ever on YouTube, and I want to tell you guys about it just in time for Mother's Day. I know that this is kind of an awkward pop into the video, but I feel like it pertains to what we were talking about, and I wanted to share a story with y'all. And plus, everybody needs a Mother's Day gift anyway. But as I was watching this, I'm editing it right now, I was thinking about how when I was younger, I literally used to get so mad at my mom because she cared about food. Like, she enjoyed food, but she also liked making nourishing food, but she had a really good balance with it. And it's just so funny now that I do what I do as a dietitian. And so I just thought it was fun reflecting back on that as I was watching this. And I was thinking about getting her a gift, and I ended up working with this company that literally has the perfect gifts. I've talked about them before actually, but it's Luisa, and I'm wearing their stuff right now. So my favorite things are their earrings. So this is the Rocks Small Hoop, which is actually one of their best sellers, and I would highly suggest getting it soon if you're interested, because it's selling fast. I just looked on their website. And then this one is a tiny little stud that has a hoop through it. Like, so it goes through your ear and curls around, which I absolutely love. So I have both these and I pair them together, but I have tons of their stuff. I have a necklace from them. I have other pairs of earrings that you guys have seen me wear. The ones that I'm wearing in this video before I popped on are from them. So I highly suggest all of their jewelry. They're doing a Mother's Day sale. It's 15% off. I would suggest putting in that order as soon as possible. And thank you guys so much if you do choose to support me on this. I'm really excited about working with them, and I appreciate you dealing with my little puppin with my completely different hair. All right, let's get back onto the video. Okay, client session number 2, I gotta go.
But there are also times now that I realize what social media can be.
What are you doing? Hello, I'm back. The day turned into a few days because yesterday got a little cray-cray, a little busy, and I just didn't have the proper time to be able to chat with y'all about everything I wanted to go through. And so today is a more free day. Today is an admin day for me, so it's kind of nice too because you can see 2 different days, like what was a client day, or at least the snippets you saw, versus what is an admin day. And so I'm doing a lot of different just behind the scenes and building out work today, and also I'll be spending a little bit more time on my Instagram stories, but also chatting with y'all about the idea of building a healthy relationship with food is the theme. That's kind of been the theme for this entire week. So I have a meeting with my accountant in 4 minutes. Guys, this is embarrassing, and I can't believe I'm admitting this to you, because anybody that does like any self-employment work knows how bad this is. But I was not on QuickBooks. I'm not on QuickBooks yet because I just didn't know what to do, and I was putting it off. And yeah, don't get me wrong, this isn't the end of the world. So if this is you, we're in it together. But my accountant, I hired an accountant to file my 2020 taxes because they were just really confusing. And I think if you're self-employed, why would you not do that? Because I've had friends that try to do it on their own, and then they end up underpaying or overpaying and not even knowing if they're getting the right amount of it, and also deductions and everything. Okay, I'm going on too far. But I just like didn't want to set up my QuickBooks wrong and all this thing. So what is this? I am so excited to be getting set up on it now. I have all of the backlogged time, like all of my backlog finances and everything in an Excel sheet right now, but I'm ready to have it more streamlined and all that stuff. So I'm gonna talk with him. He is the absolute best. I don't feel like I can give out his information on here, but if you are really looking for an accountant, feel free to like DM me or email me. I always have my email. I guess I should put my email down below. I don't usually put that. I'd love if you emailed me. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. Anyways, also, wait, look at me. I switched my case. This is a Casetify customized case. The picture is supposed to be a little bit smaller, but I feel like this is a vibe. All right. Do you feel how like scatterbrained I am today? I feel like that's always me in the morning. I'm gonna get set up, go pee, and then get ready for my meeting.
And so I think we will start you off with the self-employed version.
Okay.
Okay. It's, let me see, it's...
Hello. Okay. Sorry, also this candle is so loud for some reason. I don't know why, but I hope you guys enjoyed hearing a little snippet of that meeting with my accountant. My camera got too full during, so I didn't get as much of it as I wanted. But right now I'm actually going in to set up my SEP IRA, which is essentially, like if you think about a 401k and a job for retirement, this is a self-employed version of it. Obviously I would talk to an accountant or a financial advisor about what's the best option is for you. But I'm getting that all set up right now. I'm gonna start making monthly payments, thinking about the future, baby. Because something people don't realize about self-employment is when you make a certain amount of money, you have to think about so many things that are going to come out of that amount of money versus when you are working for someone. So right, you're working for someone. A lot of the time they'll do 401k match even, but like they'll take out a portion for your 401k. They may even have stocks for you in that company. They're also going to take out your taxes for you already. Plus, I feel like I'm missing something else. Sometimes they even help you to set up investment accounts and have these other options. When you're self-employed, you don't have any of that. And it's also not simple to file your taxes because of that. So you have to set up your own investments. You have to purchase your own stocks if you would like to be in the stock market. You also have your own self-employment like tracking platform to do budgets like expenses versus your revenue. Plus, you have to make sure you're taking out your taxes. And so every single time income comes in, you have to think about how much you need to take out and then apply that to your quarterly taxes. So it's kind of crazy that way, but it's great to be learning it. It makes me feel good to feel on top of it, but that is what I'm doing right now. I have been too lazy to get out my tripod, so I've been just placing you on things on like the holder at different places, which is why it moves around. I was gonna vlog yesterday and then I got busy. The animals have been going insane. I feel like I've been forgetting to film in between, but I guess it is real life. I don't know. I feel like sometimes people think like, oh, it's so boring. It's like just day-to-day life. Do you guys like vlogs of day-to-day life? I mean, not even just mine, but just like when you're watching YouTube, because I find that so interesting. I'm getting sidetracked. I brought this over just to show you guys, but I'm having a new daily harvest bowl. What is fonio? I don't even know what that is. Pearled fonio. Is that the... Anyways, but I think it's like the little grits in them. It's like grits, kale, parsnip, cauliflower, leek, and pickled pepper. Oh my gosh, it is so good. Just what this is in itself is not enough for me, but I add avocado, some sauce, and then tofu, and it is truly so delicious.
I was thinking about way back when I thought I had it figured out. When I thought that I knew what to do and I didn't need you. I can't imagine if I stayed back. What would happen if I never found you?